So some studs are coming out looking like that, all the bolts, and then some of the studs shearing, corroded in.
Yeah.
So,
will they'll be able to drill them out?
yeah, they'll just I'll take these rivets out, and then if you just see in there, you can see the cage, the fluid-proof cages for the anchor nuts.
Yeah.
And they're mounted on two semicircular rings. So they'll come out with the studs, and then
They can work on the bench with them then,
Yeah.
can't you? Yeah. What are all these holes for then?
right. You can see that there.
Yeah.
Inspection plate, inspection plate, inspection plate. This one here, if you keep your camera running, that's the upper and outer surface of the fitting,
Yeah.
and then down into the tank you've got that pipe work, and that carries the hydraulics for the operation of the fuel jettison. You can see the pipe work in there.
Yeah.
And then right in the bottom of the tank you can see that horseshoe shaped, there we are, that's the main component of your fuel jettison mechanism.
Yeah, I've got it.
So that the cable around that pulley, and then that hinge panel drops down, and the jettison pipe comes down into the airflow, and that's it. That
So it's hydraulic then, the
operated,
mechanism,
yeah. So that lifts off, bloody row, and then the jettison tube deploys, and then the fluid just obviously drains
out
out
the pipe, yeah.
Yeah, and this, I've just undone this bit this morning. That's the top end of it with a spring mechanism, but the housing, because it's obviously larger than the diameter of this aperture or any of these, it's slaved back in there because it'll have to go out through the bottom.
Go out as a unit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take it out. Take the breather valve, the breather elbow off, clean that. Fuel filler cap assembly and the bonding socket. And once they're all
What
off,
is the bonding socket?
right, so before you start refueling the aircraft, the bowser, the fuel bowser, has to be bonded to the surface it's running on, so the apron, the tarmac apron, and they do that through having high carbon content in the tyres. Plus you have an earth strap that is always in contact with the ground.
Yeah.
Then when the bowser pulls up, you earth the vehicle to the aeroplane, and then before you commence fueling operations, if it's open line, you have on your hose, you have a connection of a lead that you must bond the hose to the tank before you start filling up. So that's a socket for the plug for the bonding, and then you just fill her up, please, mister. For this tank, if this is full to the brim, you've got 580 gallons in this one.
What's the weight? 580 gallons it'd be.
Ooh.
What is it, about £6 a gallon in weight?
Oh.
Morning, King. Yes, sir. I see you've put tape round the where you're going to put the sealant in, or have you put it in?
No, I haven't put the fillet in yet. We haven't got any. It's all done other than sealing it up.
So what you're doing on this, how many panels can you take off before it goes in the jig?
Well, we're just replacing this one because it's got a hole there where I put a mark.
Yeah.
That's punctured the skin. Dent there, hole there, hole there, hole there, and a big hole there. And to do insert repairs on all these things is pointless.
Yeah.
The amount of man hours that it would take to do all those, it's easier. All right, you spend more on material, but you save on the man hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
By just taking the skin off, replace the whole skin in one go.
Yeah.
Plus it's easier because the stringer here is damaged. Where they've punctured that in, where they've hammered in, they've actually bent the stringer here.
Yeah.
So that's all got to be dressed out.
So you'll need to take the skin off virtually anyway to address the damage.
Yeah. Hopefully it hasn't done too much damage to these. It looks, you can see the crease line where the stringer runs on those. So hopefully it hasn't damaged them too much there.
Oh, good. Right, Jeb.
Right. 1 gallon of 100 octane fuel weighs 7.2 pounds.
7.2 pounds.
So the number 1 tank on the Lanc, which is 580 gallons, will give us a weight of, wait for it, 4,176 pounds.
That's over a tonne then, isn't it? There's 2,240 pounds
in a tonne.
So nearly 2 tonnes.
Fuel in 1 tank.
Oh, some weight, isn't it?
That's quite a bit. Hang on a minute. Right, so...
Times 2.
Hang on a minute. So 7.2 multiplied by 2,154 gallons, which is the maximum load, 15,500 pounds of fuel.
So that would be getting on for nearly 7 tonne.
Bloody hell.
2,240 pounds in a tonne. About 6,
Divided by 2,240.
6.9 tonnes.
So just short of 7 tonnes of fuel. Oh. I've never worked that one out before. No one's ever asked a question.
But it's different as well, isn't it? You know, prop
Avgas.
To Avtur, the weight's different per gallon.
SG's
specific gravity's different.
Yeah.
Just short of 7 tonnes of fuel.
Yeah, so that one's coming off. This one here is going to be cut down here and taken out because it ends there.
Yeah.
And that piece is going to be doing insert repair, so it's going to be spliced across there. So that'll have a new piece of skin in there.
What about, is this a repair or is this part of it?
No, then that's original.
Yeah.
So obviously they've done it to some reason about the stress and whatever.
Yeah.
The pattern.
Yeah. Right, okay Keith, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Wants a bit more rolling, does it?
Yeah, and then a little bit of trim on the edge and then it should go. It's not far away.
Of course, with it tapering up, you need a different roll this side till you do that side,
Yeah, you have to switch the level of the roll. Yeah, it's not far away then.
Good. And you've got to drill the new stringers as well.
Yeah, pick up some of these original holes and then yeah.
Yeah, they'll hold it up, won't they, in the correct position.
Yeah, and then I'll position some new ones in there and back drill them through. So, yeah.